mental health to me, how it's affected me. Well, do you know what? During lockdown, it's been difficult. I don't suffer with mental health. I'm very much a person who gets up every single morning, and each day is a new day. The problems that happened yesterday were yesterday's problems. However, during lockdown, not really being able to go out, not being able to socialise, someone who thrives within the entertainment business, someone who needs to be on stage and performing as a stress relief for myself, because that's exactly what it is. It's something I do where I can be on stage and the whole world stops. It doesn't matter what's going on at home, doesn't matter what's going on with work. While I'm on stage, nothing else matters. To not be able to do that since March, really, well, it was probably a bit earlier than that because I was ill, so I had to take a couple of weeks out from gigging. It was tough. It still is. You know, the entertainment industry is an industry that's not recovering very well at all, and it's challenging. There's no stress relief for me from the day-to-day work that we have to do. There is no, I'm going to put on the face, the jacket, I'm going to go on stage and be that performer, and the days just roll into one. And although as I say, I don't suffer with mental health, I'm very much that sort of every day is a new day. It did make me start to feel like I was falling into a rabbit hole by just not having a purpose, I suppose, not having something to look forward to, not being able to go, I'm going to do this with my children today, or I'm going to do this with my wife and do a family trip. So it's been tough, although I am an optimistic person, so I do hope things will get better.
Hello there. I suffered with depression for a long time, I think, before I admitted it. Been brought up in a culture where, for men especially, it was weak to admit to it. I think too my dad suffered in the same way before me. But then I realised that it was actually a strength to actually carry on with life despite being depressed. And I accepted treatment. And 20 years later, I can't complain.
I feel like we've come so far over the past decade when it comes to mental health, but we're nowhere near where we need to be yet. I would say we're not even halfway there yet. I think 2020 has been a key year for unfortunate reasons. It's been a real eye-opener for everyone, for people who have mental health issues and do address them, for people who have mental health issues and don't address them, for people who don't really understand mental health issues. A real eye-opener for everyone. It's exposed the deep inequalities that exist in our society that lead to so many mental health problems. It's exposed the fact that, intentional or not, we've got very used to thinking in terms of the self rather than the collective, the community, the society. You don't have to struggle in silence. I can't fight my battle alone, and you shouldn't have to either. Let's do this together. Sometimes the people around you won't understand your journey. They don't have to. It's your journey, not theirs. You don't have to feel positive all the time. It's okay to feel sad, to feel annoyed, to feel frustrated, to feel anxious, to feel angry, to feel scared. Having feelings doesn't make you negative. It makes you human. Sometimes self-care is exercise and eating well. Sometimes self-care is spending time with loved ones. Sometimes self-care is taking a nap. Sometimes self-care is binge watching an entire series on Netflix in your pyjamas. Sometimes it's doing totally the opposite, whatever that is. What's the opposite of binge watching Netflix? Not binge watching. Watching Netflix bit by bit. Denying Netflix exists. Whatever is good for you.
So mental health to me, there's two really key important things. One is to remember that you're never alone. So many more people around you will have experience some kind of mental health issue at some degree at some point in their life, so really never feel like you're alone. Speak up and speak out, because there's always someone there to listen to you. The second thing is to remember that what you see on social media is not real. As a teacher, I find myself preaching a lot of this quite a lot of times. I think it's really important to remember that to help our well-being. And I'm going to leave you with a couple of quotes from the infamous RuPaul Charles, my favourite person, who often speaks of equality, acceptance and self-love. One of his quotes that I'm going to tell you says, If they ain't paying your bills, pay them no mind. And the last one is, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?
And my friend Viv reminds me that there are other types of mental health illnesses for us to think about, such as Alzheimer's. And this is a poem that she said helped her when her mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's poem. Do not ask me to remember. Do not try to make me understand. Let me rest and know you're with me. Kiss my cheek and hold my hand. I'm confused beyond your concept. I am sad and sick and lost. All I know is that I need you to be with me at all cost. Do not lose your patience with me. Do not scold or curse my cry. I can't help the way I'm acting. Can't be different, though I try. Just remember that I need you, that the best of me is gone. Please don't fail to stand beside me. Love me till my life is done.